What's up guys, it's Johnny Candido of Candido Training
HQ.
And today's quick tip video is on what I believe is the most important mobility movement specifically for the back squat. And that is to simply be able to do the overhead squat specifically with a narrow grip, with a shoulder width grip. Now first you can start with a wider grip, which what's considered to be a snatch grip. But the reason why I want you to be able to do it with a narrower grip is because with a wider grip, what it allows you to do is use your shoulder mobility to make up for a lack of mobility in your hips and in your ankles, and it allows you to lean more forward. So what I want you to do is to be able to work your way down to that narrow grip, and then what you'll see is this forces you to have extremely good posture, to have that thoracic extension, and to keep your lower back tight most importantly. So this is why I mentioned it in my butt wink video, but I wanted to emphasize it more with a separate video on this because I don't think enough people actually saw that and are actually doing this. Now, I think that this is the most important drill that you can do. And another added benefit to it is the fact that if you're worried that the Olympic shoes, a lot of people I've seen, they say, okay, I like using Olympic shoes for back squats, but I'm worried that I'm not going to have that ankle mobility I did before when I didn't rely on them. Well, what I recommend is that you then take off those Olympic lifting shoes, put on flat shoes, and do this drill with flat shoes. And this will really force yourself to develop that ankle flexibility that you need, because you're forcing yourself into deep dorsiflexion. You just want to be able to hit the positions necessary so that you can maintain proper posture in the bottom position of a back squat. So that's what you're really focusing on. You're focused on being able to hit deep hip flexion, being able to externally rotate and abduct at the hips, and being able to handle a high degree of dorsiflexion so that your knees can go forward, but you're still keeping your heels planted on the floor. So that's it guys. I'll also link another video in the description that I made before in the past, and it was specifically on mobility for the back squat as well, and that had just 2 quick drills to do. And once again, it's very specific to back squatting, so this really just gives you options. So you have either those 2 or you can just do the overhead squat. Personally, I recommend that maybe you use all 3 of them if you need it, but then eventually I think once you get down to being able to do that narrow stance overhead squat, once again, I think that that's when you know you're fine. All you need to do is then maintain that ability. So once again, the point is, in my opinion, I don't think all of these fancy drills are necessary if your specific goal is to be able to have a better back squat bottom position. Now, if you want better mobility as an athlete or for other lifts, I'll get to deadlifting for hamstring mobility, which is required. I'll get into that. That's a whole different topic. But for the back squat specifically, I think you just need to keep it very, very simple. So that's it guys, very simple and very specific. Make sure to like the video, support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching guys. Peace! And then as you increase your mobility, move the stance in. The real issue with hip mobility in a deep squat isn't hip.
This is the story of a young man who not only believed in himself, but his dreams too. This is the story of the man on the moon.